Poor Sidewall Shine. He was one of the unlucky racers that did not have a pit road team in the movie. For some odd reason, Disney Pixar never put in pit road teams for several of the racers. It makes absolutely no sense because at some point during the race, those racers are going to have to make a pit stop, change their tires, and refuel. So I really have no idea why Disney Pixar didn't animate in just a few more pit road teams, which, if you guys don't know, pit road teams are teams consisting of pitties and a crew chief. Of course, we do have the Sidewall Shine hauler, which I'm very grateful for, and that enables me to make a team video for Sidewall Shine. So let's get on with today's birthday request. Happy birthday, Lightning Cars 95, also known as Ninjago Firemaster. Hope you're having a great day today. If you're watching this after your birthday, I hope you had a wonderful day. Maybe you got some cars or planes for your birthday. Let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like to make a birthday request of your own, the information on how to do so is in the description below. Just please let me know at least 1 month before your birthday, otherwise I won't be able to make your request. And now, let's get on with the review of this team. Like most of the Piston Cup racers, he was originally released in the Motor Speedway of the South set that included all 36 racers, but unfortunately was only available to Redline Club members in 2008. He then was made available through a Toys R Us mail-in promo, and in 2010, he received a Lightyear tire launcher release and a rubber tire release exclusive to Kmart. Also, in 2010, he was released in a Target exclusive 9-pack that included several Piston Cup racers, including himself, obviously, several cameramen, and the first ever release of Timothy Two-Stroke. He then took a 4-year break and returned in the 2014 Piston Cup Series. Now this was his most recent release until just a few weeks ago when he was re-released in the 2016 Movie Moments series. Now this series is essentially taking a car and adding a plastic accessory or two. In his case, he has a pit road barrier accessory. Now a pit road barrier is basically the thing that stands in front of a pit road team, which ironically he doesn't have. Come on, Mattel. Out of all the Piston Cup racers you could have chosen, you chose one that doesn't even have a team. Now that we're done with all the technical stuff, let's get on with Slider Petrowski himself. So as you can see, he does have the Sidewall Shine logo on the hood there. Now I assume the product that this company makes is some sort of cleaner that you would rub around your tires to keep them looking nice and shiny, especially your white wall tires as demonstrated in the logo there. Now my loose version of Sidewall Shine is actually a raised eye variant. As you can see, there is depth between the eye space and the eyelid. You can feel it when you run your finger across it, but on the 2014 release, and most likely on the 2016 Movie Moments release as well, he now has flat eyes, as they call them, where it's completely flat across the entire thing. There is no depth to it whatsoever. It's the cut cost, I assume, but honestly, don't mind either way. On the side of Slider here, he does have Lightyear tires, just like all the other Piston Cup racers, and kind of like a gunmetal gray rim color. He is number 74. He's got some black stripes going along the side there toward the bottom, and he has a bunch more sponsors that I guess you can say sponsor him, but not as big as Sidewall Shine does, such as Nitro-Aid, Revolting, Octane Gain, and a bunch more. As we move on to the back here, we have a different logo for Sidewall Shine. I like that they have variations of the logo, kind of keeps it different than having just the same logo on every place on his design. On the back here, it's actually inaccurate to the movie. If you guys remember, during the beginning of the movie, it was kind of a song sequence. McQueen's going around all the racers, passing them up like easy as pie, and he actually gets behind Sidewall Shine here, and Sidewall Shine had a camera on the back of him because they put cameras on the back of the race cars and some other places so they can get footage from the race, like actually in the race instead of just having like an overview. Hopefully that made sense, but he looks at the camera because he knows that it'll be then overlaid onto like a big screen and TV. But in the movie, he does not have those black stripes that carry down on the back of the racer right here. Kind of strange that Mattel would do that because honestly, Mattel does not make too many mistakes with the Piston Cup racers. Granted, we had Shifty Drug, that kind of color variation difference that wasn't really accurate the first time they made it, but if you'd like to see my video about that, I explain it in a video you can check out down in the description below. He does have the Sidewall Shine logo there right on the bottom, which is accurate to the movie, but those black stripes are definitely not supposed to be there. This side is exactly the same as the other, and on the top here we can see two black racing stripes that are actually on him in the movie. 74 again, and the Sidewall Shine logo in the back there. Unfortunately, Mr. Sidewall Shine Hauler here was never named, they just called him Sidewall Shine Hauler. So let me know in the comment section below what you prefer to call the Sidewall Shine Hauler, because I personally never thought of a name for him, but a lot of people now are making carified names of the cars that were never named. I find that really, really cool. Maybe you can make some like wiki pages for them and make them a little bit more widely known. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. Now, the Sidewall Shine Hauler only saw one release, which was in 2010. You couldn't get the semi separately from the trailer like you could with some other semis. For example, here we have the RPM semi. This one was available in the deluxe packaging and with the trailer. But for Sidewall Shine, you could only get the semi with the trailer. Now, just looking at the semi itself for now, he does kind of have a boring expression, just a little smile. On the packaging, he actually has more of a mean, nasty looking expression, so it's kind of surprising that they don't match, but whatever, it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, he does have a mouth plate. This plastic piece right here is a mouth plate. It's a different piece than the metal body. Mattel did that a lot back in 2009 to 2012. I'm very glad now that they make most of their cars one piece. He does have a number 74 decal on either side and a Sidewall Shine logo on his cap there. He does have flexible mirrors, although I wouldn't recommend trying to bend them that much because when you see loose haulers on eBay nowadays, most of them have their mirrors broken off, so definitely don't pull too hard on those. On the back here, we can see the hole where you'd attach the trailer. Now, unfortunately, Mattel gave a minimal effort to the Sidewall Shine Hauler because, first of all, there's no decaling on the roof, and we'll get to that later, but as you can see, no decals on the mud flaps. Typically, with most semis, there are decals on the mud flaps. As you can see here with the RPM semi, there are decals on the mud flaps. I mean, it would have been so easy just to put, where is he? Here we go. Put this decal, or yeah, that one right there. That one's a nice small one. Just, you know, throw it on the mud flaps right there. But nope, just left them black, unfortunately. Whatever, though. Let's check out the license plate. It reads 7BL28, and above it, what does it say? Looks like it says something Springs. I don't know, though. Definitely not Radiator Springs. The first word is definitely too short. And we can see the smokestacks detailed with some nice silver lining. Very, very nice. Let's check out the trailer now. You can see a Sidewall Shine decal on the side here, 74. Just your typical design on the back here. We got the tire, stripe, number, and the text. Same license plate as in the front, but it's just way, way smaller. And the same decals on this side as well. Kind of surprising there aren't any race team decals on this hauler because a lot of haulers do have race team decals, like the leakless hauler. Now, unfortunately, there aren't any decals on the roof of this hauler. Let me pull up the RPM hauler real quick here. He's got a huge decal on the roof there. Same with Nostal on the back right as well. So I really have no clue why Mattel would just leave the top blank. Really disappointed about that, but there is the dish satellite there. A little bit of a minor detail to kind of make up for the lacking decal on the hood there. So you can open this up from either side, but you definitely want to open it up from the right side if you're facing it like this, left side if you're facing it from the back, because you can't pull out the platform from that other side. So I'm going to leave that one closed for now. Open it up from the right side here. You can pull out the back here, flip over the platform, and there are some supports underneath here, but they're very hard to get out. Actually, this one doesn't look too hard. Usually they're very stiff. Yeah, that one's a little bit stiff right there, but there we go. It's actually very nice looking. Unfortunately, it's a little unbalanced. As you can see, that side right there doesn't touch the ground, but you can't really expect that on all of these. It's just a nice little display piece. We do have a toolbox over here. Stack of tires, which do basically match the color on the racer's tires. Unfortunately, some of the haulers don't get that right, and there is some sort of inflator. I actually was looking at the back of a package of one of the haulers, and it said exactly what that was, but I forgot it right now. I'm sorry, guys. I was making a mental note when I saw that. I was like, in my next review, I'm gonna make myself look smart. I'm going to tell you guys what that actually is. I'm probably going to put it on the video though, so you guys will know, but right now I don't. So, you can drive Slider Petrowski up there. Very, very nice. Now, unfortunately, I wouldn't recommend sliding that in because you have to fold that up there. So, what you gotta do, fold this up first, fold in the supports, then place your racer in there, and even then, it doesn't go back. Oh, wow. I'm impressed. Usually, it snaps back, like, really abruptly, but this one was a nice smooth. Now, I don't like doing the abrupt, like, snap back, because then the racer, like, hits the other side of the hauler, and then you risk damage, but you know what? This hauler has impressed me, being so smooth. Alright, now let's connect him to the semi, and will be complete for the day. Oh, there we go. I was waiting for the click, but it already connected. So that is all for Team Sidewall Shine. One more note I do have about him from what I was looking at the screenshots just a few minutes ago is that from the movie, it does look like his mustache is a two-piece mustache. There's like a line going through it. So it really should look like Fiber Fuel's mustache, but unfortunately, it does not. Another mistake that Mattel put on Sidewall Shine here, but you know, that's a very minor mistake compared to the other ones I was talking about in this video. So again, happy birthday Lightning Cars 95. Hope you're having a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. Just a quick disclaimer for this video, I do apologize if I sounded a little bit like hyper or like out of it, like not as on point as I usually am. It's just because I'm really tired. It's actually past midnight and I'm recording this video. I have to go to work tomorrow and I'm just having a rough day, so I'm sorry guys, but hopefully you enjoyed the video nonetheless. I'll see you guys on Thursday for another suggestion video. I believe it's Emmanuel. He's a pretty cool bus, so can't wait to review him. See you guys then. Bye now. It's an air compressor. Oh my god. How could I not remember that?